We are gonna give it a few minutes, not too long, because I like punctuality. But we are gonna give it a few minutes to see if any others trickle in. I know not everyone likes punctuality like I do. So
Hey, Brian,
again,
is it possible for me to do a share screen?
yes, I'm going to set that up right now, my friend.
Okay, cool. Okay, take your time. Take your time, man. Let's get the tech stuff under control here.
Spotlight video, put in waiting, stop video. Okay, so it looks like I'm gonna have to make you the host. Actually, John, let me know if you can do it right now. If not, I'm gonna make you the host of the room. Although I might actually just do that anyway.
No, it won't let me right now.
Okay,
And I don't have to do it either. It's just something
no. My
might
friend,
help me to stay on cue, but I can look at it on my side, and it doesn't have to be visible on your side. It was just to kind of help me stay on. Sometimes I can get a little bit off track if I don't follow.
You should be able to now, my friend. Your audio is not the greatest. Any chance you can set up maybe a mic or something?
Beef that up a little bit.
Say again?
You need to beef that up a bit.
Yeah, it sounds like it sounds fairly distant.
Okay, let me see what I can do. Hold on.
If you can set up maybe your phone with the headphones.
Yeah, let me see.
Right now your camera and audio isn't coming from your phone, right? This is your computer?
This is coming from my computer. I could switch to phone, and if that's going to be better, we could try that. Let me just see if I can get the share screen thing here sorted out here first.
Okay, and after that, do me a favor also and click on my name and allow me to record. I think I am. Actually, I am still recording.
I think you are recording.
Okay. Only thing is, for some reason, because now that you're the host, it won't let me pause the recording. I can't control the recording. See if you still give that a shot. Click on my name and see allow record and see if there's anything there. I do want to make sure that we have the recording available.
Let me see. The recording that I've got right now. It says pause recording, stop recording.
Can you click on me and does it say allow record, anything along those lines?
Allow record? No, I can pause recording. I can stop recording.
Okay, so I guess you're gonna have to control the recording too. So go ahead and well, it's okay. You know what? You can leave the recording. It's recording on the cloud, so it'll I'll be okay.
Well, yeah, you can edit it if we need to edit take anything off the beginning here, or obviously.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Just clean it up. Just clean it up if we have to. If you send it to me, I can always edit it for sure too.
I can take care of that, my friend. That's my forte. Techie stuff, the back end, the platform. You come and you do what you do best, which is bring your energy.
Now, can you see my screen right now?
Say again?
Can you see my screen right now?
Yeah, we're seeing your screen.
Okay, good. So you can see my PowerPoint.
No, well, right now you have it on your browser. And we saw that your project took 5 days and cost $10.
In front of me right now, it says that I've got my PowerPoint on. Are you not seeing my PowerPoint?
Back to where you share screen. There's an option to share only the PowerPoint window. Right now you're sharing your entire screen. So I'd say turn off the share screen and then click it again. And then next time, see if you can choose to just see your whole screen. That's your whole window again. Oh, okay. So your PowerPoint is on a web browser. Open that up using PowerPoint. Okay, so just another few more minutes, family. And I want to thank you, Terry, Simon, Nina, Maria, for being here, for being on time. I guess everyone, I think, came on time. So thank you. I also invite you all to join us on camera so we can connect more personally, more closely. By no means is it necessary, but I always find that there tends to be a stronger sense of connection when we can see each other. Of course, mainly we're going to be seeing John's screen and him.
How you doing, man? Good to see you. Hopefully you're going to hang around. We're going to do some breath work tonight. I'm not sure what.
For those that are joining us again, feel free to. I invite you to join us on camera. Protected. Okay, so it is now 7:10. Hearing a little bit of echo. If you all don't mind, just maybe putting yourself on mute for now. That way we can hear John once he starts doing his thing. But I do think we are going to get started. So I see Dina, I see Maria, I see Terry. You guys want to give us a wave? Let me know you can hear us. Again, I want to thank you all for being here for what's going to be a transformational and I think very beneficial experience for us all, including myself, because this time around I'm not going to be facilitating the event, and I am very, very happy to say that the man that is someone that I believe a great deal in. He's an absolute powerhouse, a leading member in the Ascend Academy. He's been stepping up as a leader at our Ascenders Convergences. He's been bringing forth his energy, and I know each and every time I come together with him, I'm left feeling a sense of elevation. So I'm going to introduce him. His name is John Depass. You know what? I think you'll do a far better job introducing yourself than I can. But I guess just before I give it over to you, John, one last thank you to all of you that are joining us as guests in the Ascend Academy here. I think this is the first time I'm seeing the three of you, or the four of you, now that Simon's here, at an Academy event. Now that we're opening things up to have more events that are open to guests, free events, very, very excited to be bringing forth that sort of opportunities. So, again, thank you for being here. I think it's going to be a exciting, enjoyable, and transformational experience hosted by my friend John here. John, take it away, my friend. I'm ready for you. We're ready for you.
Okay, my brother. Thank you so much. It's been a blessing. I've known this man now, Bryan Henry, only for about maybe 3-4 months, but but I feel like that this guy is like my brother. Like I've gotten to know him like a brother in just a really short amount of time. It's really fantastic. It's really magical. It's amazing to find a brother in my own time zone. So to find a guy that I just bumped into, like it was really like radical how I found him online. And right away, as soon as I spoke with him, I felt like I was just like wanting to tell him things that I don't tell people in just a few minutes. And so I knew that I had to be around him. And ever since I've been around him, I've been moving forward. And I recognize it as, you know, I've been a personal trainer, a coach for 30 years. And I've been bouncing in and out of, you know, being a student and a coach for 30 years. And every single time I get into the coaching experience, I learn again. Every single time that when you make yourself accountable to somebody, it's transformative for your life. Even if we're just talking about for a moment. And all accountability really needs from you is just your full attention, your intention, what you want, and you got to speak it out. You got to share it. You got to share it. That's what accountability is all about. We're all unlimited, boundless beings, right? I think everyone that's on this call would be in agreement with that. We're all unlimited, boundless beings, and we're all trying to access and tap into that type of energy, that energy that we have. And that energy moves through us and comes out in our lives by the things that we think about. By the things we think about. That's how we create. That's how we tap into the infinite being that's inside of us. The infiniteness inside of us. It comes through us and out of us by the things that we think about, the things that we say, the things that we do, right? I better stay on my PowerPoint. So what's this event about? Tonight, I want to give you 7 natural breaths. I want to teach you 7 different breath techniques so that you can apply them right away, straight away. We're gonna do them together tonight. So we're gonna have the experience. A lot of this is for you to actually have the experience, because you know I can talk about things, but actually when you actually feel it, and then you actually see it in the way that you sleep tonight, the way that you feel in the morning, and the way that your day is tomorrow, especially if you take these rules and apply them tomorrow morning. If you take these 7 breaths, or even if you take 2 or 3 of them and you apply them again tomorrow morning, that would be magical. And then you would have the experience bookending your day with the right thought, word, and intention, imagination, right imaginations in your mind, images in your mind, bookending your day, ending your day with the right energy, and beginning your day with the right energy. So I want to give you some tools to help you align. I want to give you some tools to help you center yourself, balance yourself, come into harmony. I want to help you to create what you want in your life. I want to help you to manifest what you're trying to manifest in your life. I want to help you to take charge of your life with your own loving energy. I want to help you heal, transform your life, transmute your life. I mean, everyone's got shadows. Everyone's had traumas. We've all got a story to tell, right? If we're over 40, if we're over 50, if we're over 30, we've probably collected already some tough challenges already in our life. And so that's emotional stuff. So we may need to heal some emotional stuff, a divorce, a loss of love or a loss of materials, a loss of life, an addiction, a loss of money, a loss of job, a loss of house, a loss of something of value, a loss of a person, a loss of relationship, a child, a parent, a sibling, a wife or a husband. It's a loss, some sort of trauma. We've all got some sort of trauma that we need to let go of. We've all got a problem in our life, whether it's weight, whether it's pain, whether it's anxiety, whether it's sleep, whether it's digestion, whether it's physical, financial, relationship, substance abuse, food addiction, addiction of any kind, substance of any kind. We're talking about taking back our power from anything. We're taking back our power. We're coming into our power. We're stepping into our power. We're aligning ourselves. We're centering ourselves. We're loving ourselves. This is a self-love practice. So who am I anyways? Really quickly, just so you know, why sit and listen to me for the next 40 minutes? I've been a coach for 30 years. I've been helping people create change in their life for 30 years. I'm a scientist. My background is kinesiology and psychology. I was a Mr. Universe competitor. I've done over 30,000 personal training sessions. I have a private training studio in my home. I'm an author. I wrote my first book, Imperfection. It's out right now. It's a 12-week body and life transformation program. You don't have to be perfect to get back to your very best. It's about loving yourself and healing and changing your life with your own loving energy. I'm a speaker. I was a physical education teacher for years. I've been a husband. I'm a husband for 17 years. I'm a father of 3. I love life. I love my life. I love myself. At the foundation, it's me loving myself. I'm an alchemist. The stuff I talk about is mentalism. You can learn it. I learned it. It's just getting into a natural rhythm, a natural law with life. It's just getting into the natural laws of life. Life comes into physical reality. It follows rules. If you learn the 7 rules, the natural rules of life, then you can get into harmony with life. We're talking about ancient wisdom, hidden truths, stuff that's that they don't want you to know. The leaders of the world kind of want to keep everybody in the same place. They don't really want to see lower financial status people rising up. I mean, that's how it's always been. It's always been the workers and the ruling class above. That's how it's always been. The rulers never give away their power. It's always this way, that the ruling class tries to hold the others down in the working and giving money to the rulers. This is how it works. Leadership is afraid that people are rising up, becoming aware of their power, the power that they have. More and more people are waking up, rising up to the power and ability that they have. And as a result, the people on the top don't want to share everything that's available. And there's some misleading information that comes down, and we're taught from a young child in school, eat these foods, do these things, and you'll find your joy and happiness that way. Well, I'll tell you, I'm almost 50. I'm looking at the back end of my life now. I spent the first 45 years learning, and then now the back 45, I'm saying, well, I want to make sure I do it differently. I'm not going to live to pay bills anymore. I'm not going to live to make other people happy anymore. I mean, I've done it. I've done that for a half of a lifetime. And I'm not saying I regret it or anything. I love my wife. I love my children. This is where I learned and grew more than any other aspect of my life. I learned how to love myself from my marriage, from my family, from my kids. I learned that finally, at 13, I started working out. I started working out at 13 because I got into a fight at recess and someone beat me up in front of the girls, or kind of embarrassed me in front of the girls. And I decided then that I wasn't enough. And that I was going to work out to become enough. I had to be bigger. I had to be stronger to be enough. I had to rip my body apart daily in the gym and eat copious amounts of protein and food to make myself bigger so that I could be valuable, because I wasn't enough. And I lived like that for 30 years, working out obsessively, ripping my body apart because I needed to be bigger because I wasn't big enough. And it took me 30 years to realize that, now I'm back in the same body just about that I had when I was 15 years old. I didn't have to go through that whole cycle of, I'm not enough. I had to just recognize I had the power within me all along. I had the power to love myself all along. I had the power to change and heal myself all along. And I didn't need to go around that big circle of all that stuff I needed to do. And then, waking up in my mid-40s and then going, oh my gosh, I've got a wife and I've got kids and I've got a house and I've got a career and I've got a job and all this stuff. And I need to love myself now. I need to learn how to love myself now in the midst of all. So, it took me 7 years to really learn how to do it. And I did it more than ever while I was on lockdown, on quarantine, the last 6 months, because we've had the time that I've had the time to really work on my book, practice those things that are in my book, and really transform my life with these natural things. Change my frequency, change my vibration, change it with my exercise, with my breath work, with my nutrition. I call it unfooding, eating and not eating, right? You don't have to be perfect to get back to your very best. You can get back to your very best after 40, after 50, after 60, at any age. It's not about age. We're not getting old. We're getting acidic and toxic, and we can change all of that. But that's another night. Tonight, I want to stick with getting to you now what I've learned over the last 7 years and really applied over the last 6 months to create my 12-week body and life transformation program, Imperfection. I borrowed on my Tai Chi, my yoga, my martial arts, my meditation, my boxing. I put it all together into a movement program. I had to change my mind in order to change my life. I had to change the way I thought about exercise. I had to stop ripping my body apart. It's not about ripping your body apart. I'll tell you the science of ripping your body apart. It's only about 50, 60, 70 years old, maybe. It might be 50, 60, 70 years old. I'll tell you, people were fit, healthy, and well more than 50 years ago. So fitness, health, and wellness has been from before 50, 60, 70 years. And we think that it's all the things that we've taught and we've learned in the last 50, 60, 70 years are better, but really people were doing fitness and wellness 2,000, 5,000 years ago. People were healthy and successful and well. So we have to get out of the idea that maybe that science has all of the answers for us. Really, what's in science is we've got profit. It's about making money, let's face it. It's about paying bills. The world is about consumerism. It's about paying bills. What comes out in science, what comes out in the mainstream population, what the information that we're shared from grade 2, grade 3, we're taught all through school. The stuff that we're taught is the stuff that they want us to learn so that we will do the things that they want us to do. Leadership, teaches us the stuff that they want us to learn so that we will stay exactly as we are, doing exactly what we're doing. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. You can take everything that you've learned from school and everything you've learned from life, and you can take it as truth if you like. But then you're just going to be responding to things in your life all of the time, like a pinball bouncing around. And there's nothing wrong with that. You can be just a pinball in your life if you like bouncing around. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you would choose to make a difference in your life, if you want to lose weight and keep it off for good, if you want to heal pain in your life for good, you want to get rid of it, if you want to fix your relationship, if you want to make more money, if you want to step into your abundance, you can step into this power. You have this power. We're talking about collecting ourselves, getting into the power that is always here, that is always now. It's always in the present. It's an in and an out breath. That's the link to the power that's within us. It's an in and an out breath. How do we create our lives? We create our lives, I suggest, thought, words, and action. You've heard this before. It's our thoughts, our words, and actions that create our life. And understand that thoughts are things. They're physical things. They're actually the interim to a physical thing. For instance, before there was a light bulb, we had to think of a light bulb inside of someone's mind. Ben Franklin thought of a light bulb, and then he had to imagine a light bulb in his mind. He had to think of a light bulb. Then he had to imagine how a light bulb would be, before he could make the light bulb in reality. If you want to build a house, first you got to think about how you want your house to be. And then you're going to go tell your architect to draw it out. This is how I want it. And then you're going to take it to a builder. The builder's going to build it. But you have to first think about it and speak about it and take it to someone to draw the picture, to make it a reality. You got to think about it and speak about it. So a dream can be just in your mind. It's just a dream. Until you speak it out to someone, that's accountability. You want to build something, you want to change something, you got to make yourself accountable. You got to tell someone, this is what I want to do. Once you make yourself accountable, then I can say, okay, did you do this? Did you do that? I can follow up. I can see if you're really doing what you're saying you want to do. That's accountability. That's how change happens in your life, right? Sounds. First, it starts as a thought in our mind, and then it has to come from thought into physical reality. Well, a thought, you can't touch it. It's not physical yet. I can't touch the thought. But in order to get the thought from thought into physical, the first step from thought to physical would be sound. So we think in words. Our thoughts come through us as words. And as we speak, we're speaking what we're thinking. So our words are our thoughts. Our words are our spoken thoughts. And understand that thought isn't physical yet, but sound is. Sound takes thought and puts it into a frequency and a vibration. Now that thought now can change an eardrum of another boundless being. And then together, the two boundless beings can create something, or support each other, or love each other. If they can collectively come together, there's more power there. So I have unlimited power within me. Each one of you out there watching, listening, that's involved in this tonight, has unlimited power. When we bring our powers together, We have a collective unlimited power that's greater than either one of us individually does. So me here and any of you there, we can will something and create something that's of greater power between us. So my will can think and speak about something, and your will can think and speak about something, and together we can create something between us that's greater than both of us. So that's what we're doing here is we're just thinking, we're framing something up here, an idea that we could collect our power. I've got infinite power. You've got infinite power. We could collect our infinite powers and we could create a healing space for us all here tonight. We could intend that. We could think about that. We could speak about that. That could be on our mind, so we could be manifesting that right here, right now. Right? The spoken word is our thoughts spoken out into sound. Those sounds are now vibrating and resetting my body. I'm resetting my body with my spoken word. The tone, the frequency, the vibration of my voice is inside of my body. It's setting me to whatever I'm saying. I'm bound by my words. My words are important. How do I change my world? Well, I created my world from thoughts, words, and actions. How do I change my world from thoughts, words, and actions? The same way. The same way I created my world, the same way I change it. You know, I had to realize that in order to change my life, I had to take responsibility, full responsibility for my life. I had to take full responsibility for my life. No more blaming anyone. No more being the victim. I had to choose, make a decision that I'm in charge. It's what I put out. That's what comes back to me. If I want to get something back, I have to put something different out. I had to take full responsibility for what I was getting and make a change in my life. You know, 20 weeks ago when this COVID-19 thing dropped and I was afraid about what I was going to do, how I was going to take care of myself, how I was going to take care of my family, what I was going to do, my business was shut down, what's going to happen. I was worried, I was afraid, and I said, you know what, I'm not going to go down with the ship. I'm not going to allow this to ruin me. I decided I was going to take that fear that I felt and I was going to invite it up, accept it up, feel it, and allow it to come out of me as creative white light. And this is all a part of it. This is all a part of it. I made a decision. I made a choice. I was not going to go down with the COVID nightmare. I was going to rise from it and create something awesome from it. That was a decision. Every one of us can make a decision right now. We can be in the fear that's around us, or we can reach within to the power that's within us. That's a choice. To be reacting to what's around you or acting from what's within you. That's a choice. That's a decision. That happens again and again all throughout our day. We're consciously or unconsciously reacting to what's happening around us or acting from what's within us all throughout our day. And we have our habits. We have a habit of just getting up, the alarm, get up, go make a coffee, go to the shower, take a shave, whatever it is. We have a habit. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack, go here, go to work, go here. We do things that we just have on routine. So we're just programmed to live like this, and therefore we just have the same experience and our life never changes. Until we take responsibility and say, oh wow, I see, I'm just doing what I was told to do and I'm getting this result and I don't like this result. So you know what, I'm going to change. I'm going to decide from within. I'm going to take an internal reference point rather than an external, what my teacher said, what my mother said, what my father said, what my brother said, what the news said, what the neighbor said, what the media said, what the newspaper said. Instead of taking my information from the outside, I'm going to take my information, my power, my energy, my love from within. That's a decision. That's a decision that happens every single moment. The power is in the moment. So this is just, before I begin this breathwork, I just got to get you to understand a couple of things. It's our power, it's our responsibility to change our world. We do it with our thoughts, our words, our actions. We're going to talk about what actions we take to create change, what thoughts and words create change, what actions create change. But before that, I just got to touch on the moment. The moment is very important because you got to understand that we're following a time-space teaching and understanding that we've been given from when we were 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You know, they taught this in grade 3, grade 4, how to read the time, you know, seconds, minutes, hours, days, weeks, months, years. This is how we live. This is how our lives go by us every single day. Monday morning, we got to get up, we got to go here and do this because of it's Monday morning at this time. So we're controlled by this time. Understand that this is linear time, that this is something that was set up to really put us in a sort of paradigm of work. This is what we do to pay bills. It's trading time for dollars, and there's nothing wrong with it. If you want to keep on doing it, you can. But all I'm talking about is the possibility of something much greater than that. There's nothing wrong with paying bills. You can keep paying bills if you like, or you can start to move beyond that experience. That's possible. Yes, it is. And you have that power. And you don't need anything or anyone in order to do it. You have that power. And this is the fundamentals of it tonight. The moment is something that's been here from before time. So linear time, days, weeks, months, minutes, years, this time that we've been taught, that's stuck in our heads, it puts us forward and backwards in time, right? The truth is that time is really non-linear. It's not like this at all. Time is more circular than it is linear, right? The truth about time is that there is only now. That the future is not ever going to be here. It's always going to be in the future. It's always going to come in now. And the past is already gone. So we can't affect that except for in our memory. We can change our memories about it. And that's a way we can change our past, by changing our memories about it. But it's in the moment that the power is. This is where we create change. It's in the moment. And moment isn't about linear time. It isn't about time that we know. Moment was here before time. Understand that we're talking about ancient wisdom, hidden knowledge, stuff that existed before time. So before time, there was moments. And each breath was a moment. Each in-breath and out-breath was a moment. An in-breath and an out-breath, that's a moment. A moment is both. It's a giving and receiving. Moment is interacting with the love that's here right now, the love that this entire universe is made of, being present with it. Each breath, you have an opportunity to be present with the love within you, or you can be present in the whatever is around you. That's always your choice. Wherever your attention or focus goes, will grow. If you're thinking about right here, right now, if you're thinking about what you want, or if you're thinking about the problem, or you're thinking about what problem could happen to you, or if you're thinking about the dream that you want. Do you want to lose weight? Do you want to heal pain? Do you want to fix your relationship? Do you want to make more money? Are you thinking about what it would be like to make more money? Or are you thinking about the problem, the bill? Because the more you think about your bills, the more that you're going to continue to pay your bills. And the more that you think about your abundance and love and boundlessness, the more you're going to step into that. So that's about what you're thinking about, your intentions, your thoughts. What are you intending? What are you intending in this moment? Are you intending to respond or react to what's going on, the killer virus? Or are you intending to think and speak about what you're going to do and be? The power of love is a universal power. It's the force that we're all made up of. It's the force that we all have access to. We can gain greater access to it with some practices that expand us, raise up our frequency, rise up our vibration. There's nutritional things we can do. There's movement things that we can do. And there is coming into the power that's here and now. The power is always in the moment. If I can pay attention, if I can focus on the in-breath and the out-breath, I can come into the power, or I can give my power away, which most people do unconsciously. So the power of our universe is love, God, spirit, higher self, Christ consciousness, Buddha, Allah, Jesus, whatever you want to call it, the force, the nature, Mother Nature. It's a force, it's a loving force that's here and available to all of us. This is the real power that creates change in our life. And the golden rule is that I have to connect to this power and give it, learn how to give it and get it and access it for myself. I've got to love myself. This is the golden rule. I've got to love myself first. I've got to learn how to love myself first. Love is the power of our universe. I am love. My mom and dad came together and made love. And when they were making love, I came. So I am love. Right? So the golden rule is I must love myself first. Step into the power that's within me. Recognize the love within me. And then I must love my brother, my sister, my family, my neighbor as I love myself. The golden rule is to love yourself first, and then to love all others as you love yourself. This is the golden rule. And it's the backdrop of this entire program. It's the backdrop of life. It's about love. Okay? So I had to get that little bit of a background before we begin. Now I want you to have the experience. Now that you've had a little bit of information, I've got 7 different breaths in the guided meditation. I want to take you through now to have that experience. Okay? So the first breath that I want to teach tonight is going to be the power breath. Well, I like to tell people that, the breath is the moment. The breath is the power. The in-breath and the out-breath is me stepping into my power. So if something happens during my day that pulls me out of my power, then what I need to do is I need to reclaim or reconnect to my power. How do I take back my power right here, right now? Well, the power breath is the foundation breath. That's for this. First thing in the morning, this is a great thing to do. Begin with a power breath. Now, the power breath is going to be this. It's going to be your full inhale. Fill your lungs. And then it's going to be your full exhale. release. And we're going to do this full inhale, full exhale, our full breaths for 2 minutes. We're going to oxygenate our body. Oxygen is a very powerful, special molecule. It contains energy. It has an electronic charge, a negative charge. And negative charges collect the dead, inert elements in our body and whisk them out. Breathing is actually our best detoxification element access available in the body. Most of our detoxification is breathed out. Carbon dioxide, acid waste from the body. Wastes are breathed away. This is how we release toxicity, is by breathing out. Our breathing out carbon dioxide is me interacting with my world. And when I breathe in, I take in the loving gift from my world. I'm going to take full loving breaths in. I'm going to give my loving energy out, because my loving energy out feeds the trees and the plants. So I'm giving and receiving from life. Each moment is a giving and receiving. A power breath is me stepping into the power that's here. It's me believing that I have this access to this power. It's me believing that this power is here, and it's me, going out to go and get it. And I'm taking that power right now. I'm making a decision. I'm in charge. I'm the creator, and I'm going to go get me some power, some unlimited love right now. The power breath is going to be a full inhale, a full exhale. We're going to do this for 2 minutes. We're going to oxygenate the body. We're going to change the body's physiology. We're going to change inside of our body our pH balance. We're going to have more oxygen and less carbon dioxide within the body, so we're going to be less acidic. We're going to be more alkaline. Our pH is going to come more to homeostasis, more balance, creating a natural balance inside of our body in an instant, just by managing our breath. Okay, we're going to oxygenate for 2 minutes, and then we're going to hold our breath. Okay, so there's two things always. It's not just eating, it's eating and not eating. It's not just breathing, it's breathing and not breathing. It's always two things. Okay, so we're going to breathe for 2 minutes, we're going to hyperoxygenate, and then we're going to not breathe. We're going to take charge of that oxygen. We're going to hold it inside. We're going to incubate it inside of our body with our thoughts, our imagination, with our heart, with our love that's within us. All of this is coming. First thing we're going to do, I'm getting excited, I'm getting ahead of myself. The first thing that we're going to do is we're just going to work on the power breath. Breathe in deeply, breathe out fully. For 2 minutes, we're going to oxygenate, and then we're going to hold our breath for as long as we can. 30 seconds, a minute, what can you do? Doesn't matter, just do your best. If we can get to a minute, awesome. If we can't, that's okay. Okay, so I'm going to turn on my clock. We're going to be
John,
2 minutes.
quickly here before you get started, my friend, just a question that I think your response to would support the group. Now, of course, we're all going to be doing the breathing, and I've seen you guide breathing before, so I wanted to ask you, what do you feel like is a best practice with regards to how we move our bodies, right? So there's the breath, but I know you're a big believer in movement as well. Is this something that you think we should just be doing seated in a certain one position? Should we be standing? Should we be moving? Should we?
I think
what's your
started off. This is a breath that I might just do in bed even, or sitting in my bedroom. So sitting, laying, it doesn't matter. There's no right or wrong way. For as far as movements go, yes, I would love to introduce a little bit of movement, and it's not a lot of movement that's required, but it would be good to add a little bit of movement. Sitting is awesome wherever you're sitting. Laying down is awesome. It doesn't matter. I will introduce a little bit of movement, but it's nothing major. It would be just maybe to be moving my arms or moving my legs, or to be just, you know, down and up, something like this. It could be as simple as this. Basic movements is all we need. It doesn't need to be big movements, but movements help the body to open up so that I can open up my lungs bigger. And movement helps me to make my lungs smaller. So physical movement adjusts how much oxygen I can take in. So if I make myself bigger, I can take a fuller breath. So if I want to take a full breath in, I may want to extend my body. And if I want to release my breath, I'm going to flex over and narrow my body. And this is very important because when we sleep hunched up and hunched over. That's a flexion. We sleep in flexion, and extension is awakening. It's exciting for the body. So the movement has a signal to the body. Yes, the mind creates the movement, but the movement also creates a signal back to the body. So the movement will invigorate. And it's as much necessary as the thought. The thought must inspire the movement. However, we need the movement to inspire greater and more thought as well. The movement will stimulate the hormones and warm the body and allow the body to take more space when it's warm. Get the heart pumping. That has a valuable thing for the body. That changes the physiology inside of the body. So the movements are awesome too. And my program, Emotion, it's about the movement and the breath and bringing it together. Today, I just want to introduce the breaths, and you don't really need to move around a ton for this at all, but a little bit of gentle movement, and I will guide you through that as well too. I want to just start though for 2 minutes to try and oxygenate, and I want to try to take in as much oxygen as we can for 2 minutes. So it's just going to be a and when I'm not going to give you anything more. I'm just going to leave it like that. We're going to go 2 minutes trying to oxygenate our body. Are we ready? 3, 2, 1. Let's get this experience. Let's actually have this experience. 2 minutes together, collectively, breathing together, coming into the power together, coming into the force together, sharing our energies together, intending to share our energies together, intending to raise up our energies collectively, intending to heal, fix, change our lives, to move into our very best. Thinking and speaking about these things, collectively coming together as a group and creating a healing circle here tonight. This is our intention. This is what we're doing as we collectively breathe together. "45 seconds to practice oxygenating the body." Nice deep breaths. Nice full breaths. "15 seconds, deepest breath, fullest exhale. Fullest inhale, fullest exhale. Oxygenate your body. We're going to hold our breath in 5 seconds. Deepest breath in, full exhale. and hold as long as you can. So if you need to breathe, that's okay. If you can hold for another 25 seconds more, awesome. If you need to take a breath anytime, no problem. If you can hold your energy inside, you're incubating your energy right now. You're taking your power, you're claiming it. This is a power breath. We're stepping into our power. There's a minute. Okay, so this is our first experience and our first breath. We've taken a power breath. You may notice a change inside of your body already. You may notice more energy. You may notice a different feeling. You may notice a temperature change. I'm suggesting to you that you've just taken a step right now towards making a change in your life. Just as simple as that. Just collecting yourself with your breath. It's already started. We've come together, breathing together intentionally, and thinking and speaking about some things that we want. We want to have an awesome evening. We want to have a great sleep. We want to have a great day tomorrow. We're already thinking and talking about what we want to do. We're intending it into our reality right here. We're starting with our breaths tonight. All right, the second breath that I want to talk about is my power breath is going to be the full inhale and the full exhale. Now, at first, all I wanted you to do was just get as many breaths in as you could. But now I really want you to focus on making the breath as big as you can. And then making sure that the exhale has a complete elimination of your breath. Don't leave a little bit in at the end. Like over-exert, over-release your breath. Okay, I'm going to give you 2 minutes. We're going to go for 2 minutes, hyperoxygenating our body, alkalizing our body, deep full breaths all the way in, all the way out, really exerting all of my oxygen out. 2 minutes. Ready? Let's breathe collectively. Go. Really push out all of your air on that exhale. Really push all of your air away. Breathe in rapidly and strong. Fill your lungs. And push it all away. All of it. Nice deep breaths. You may feel yourself getting hot. You may feel your body temperature starting to rise. Really push all your air out. 40 seconds, hyperoxygenate. 10 more seconds. Nice deep breaths, nice rapid breathing, nice rapid breathing. We're going to hold our breath in 5 seconds. Nice deep breath in and breathe out fully. Exhale all of it and hold. If you can make it for 30 seconds or a minute, do your best. If you need to breathe, that's okay. We've got about 20 seconds left in this minute. I'll just tell you that what we're doing right now, it's pranayama. It's thousands of years old. It's a couple thousand years old. It's older than that. It's always been here. As long as humans have been around, they've been breathing. I've been breathing my whole life. I don't know if you know anyone that isn't breathing. There's a minute. Okay, there's our second breath. It was a power breath. And we really focused on the inhale and the exhale. We really worked on the exhalation, really pushing it all out. There's our second breath. Our third breath that I want to teach is a power breath, and I want to add just a hold to it. So I'm going to breathe in deeply. I'm going to hold, and then I'm going to breathe out fully. And I'm going to pause and hold. So I'm just putting a little hold in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Press out. Pause. 1, 2, 3, 4 kind of thing, right? Just an in and a hold and an out and a pause. Let's practice that for 2 minutes. Just adding those pause opportunities are opportunities for us, for you, for me, to intend things into our moments. So the things that we're thinking about while we're interacting with our life, the things that we're thinking about while we're interacting with our life, every breath is a giving and a receiving with my life. Each breath is an inhale, a taking of oxygen from my life, and a giving of carbon dioxide to my life. Each moment is an interaction of me with my life. So what I'm thinking while I'm interacting with my life is going to affect what I'm getting back in my life. If I'm thinking awful thoughts about the person sitting beside me while I'm breathing, then that's the energy that I'm sharing with that person. And you may think that you're not saying it so they don't know, but the universe knows. Like your consciousness, you're the fully most evolved being on this planet. Your consciousness, your soul, your spirit, it knows what you're thinking. Whatever energy you've got is being shared with your world, with each in-breath and each out-breath. If you want to change your world, you need to change what you're thinking, what you're intending, what you're thinking about while you're breathing in and you're breathing out. So breath is the first action. It's thoughts, words, and actions that change our life. Understand that breath is the first action. Thought action first, thought action. First, I got to think about something. I want to lose weight. I want to heal pain. I want to change something in my life, my relationship. I want to make more money. I want to love myself. I got to think about it. This is the masculine mind, the left brain. This is the thinker. It makes a decision, a choice. I want to take responsibility for my life. I want to make a change in my life. I'm the one that can create the change. I'm going to do it with my thoughts, with a decision. I'm going to think about something different than I normally do. I'm intending something different into my life. I'm thinking about something different. It starts with a thought. I start thinking I want to get into shape. I got to eat right. I got to exercise. I got to overcome pain. I want to love myself. I want to fix my relationship with my wife or my kids or my work or my money or my future. How am I going to do that? I got to take action steps. First, I think about it. First, it's a thought, a decision in the left brain, and then from the thought, a feeling arises. You see, I am a thinking, feeling being. I'm a thinking, feeling being. What I think about inspires what I feel. This is a cause and effect universe. Every cause has an effect. Every effect has a cause. I can either be the cause of my feelings by thinking about the right things that create the feelings that I want. I can cause the feelings that I want. Or I can be an effect of the feelings that are around me. I can react, be the effect of what's going on around me. That's my choice. I can choose to react to what's going on around me, or I can choose to act from the power that is within me. That's conscious choice, right? That's intention. It's a thought in my left brain, my masculine brain. The seed, the thought, the original thought of change comes in the masculine mind in the left brain, which stimulates a feeling in the feminine. The feeling, the creative bit, is the feminine, right? Just like Mother Earth gets the divine loving energy of Father God, Father Light, Father Son, takes the energy of Father Son, the seed of Father, and manifests everything alive here on the planet. Mother Earth manifests everything alive from the light of Father Son, the two powers, the two forces that are here, that we are between, the two forces, Sun and Earth, Mother and Father, right? We all have a mother and father. Two come together always to create love, right? If I can marry the mother and father lovingly within me, if I can balance the left and right hemispheres of my brain, if I can manage my thoughts, then I can change my feelings. I can affect my feelings. If I can manage my thoughts, I can affect and create my feelings. If I can be the cause, then I can feel the effects of the cause. The thought creates the feeling. Marry the left and right sides of the brain. Marry the left and right hemispheres of the brain. Marry the two bits of ourselves, the thinker and the feeler. This is a holistic approach to our health. Now, what is it that balances the thinker and the feeler? And you know, the brain has got these two sides, a left brain and a right brain. And you know, Father, the left brain, how did your parents get along? Did they get along great? Did your parents have fights? Because your left and right brain are your mom and your dad. So if they were busy, then your brain's going to be busy. You've got mom and dad inside of you. You got to balance that within you. You got to learn how to love mom and love dad. You love them both. You don't have to choose sides. You can be both. You can love and embrace both. Now I'll tell you what embraces, what balances mom and dad inside of you is, just like every other cell in your body, your brain cells need oxygen. Dad may be thinking this and mom may be feeling this, but neither one are even going to be around for more than 2 or 3 minutes if you don't breathe. They're both going to be gone. They're both going to be done. Breath supports it. Breath is a support that allows masculine and feminine to facilitate, interact, make love, be loved together. It's the balancer. The breath is, you can wake up and dad the thoughts. You can just observe them. You don't have to react to them. At some point, you're going to make a decision. I want to make a change in my life. I want to institute something different in my day today. I want to have an awesome fucking day. That's a choice. It's a decision. That's an intention. At some point, you're going to decide, I want to change my life. I want to lose weight. I want to heal my pain. I want to make more money. I want to fix my relationship. At some point, I'm going to decide I want to take action. And I'm going to take responsibility. And I'm going to start thinking about what I want for the day. That's my intention. Then the next step is that imagination. Imagination is the next step. The next breath I want you to learn is the balancing breath. And in order to do the balancing breath, I'm going to turn on my timer here. I've got my timer here. I've got it set at 70 beats per minute. See if you can hear that. Okay. I'm going to turn on a metronome here. Hopefully you can hear that. That's just a metronome. You can get that for free. You put that on your smartphone. I've got it at 69, 70 beats per minute. You can choose whatever pace you like. So what I'd like you to do is, we're just going to work on balancing our breath now, because what happens is during our day, things happen that pull us out of our space, pull us out of our power. And what we need to do is we need to learn how to collect ourselves. So we get pulled out of our power, we get into shallow breathing, and then that changes our energy in the way that we're acting, how we're feeling. We can balance our breath by changing our oxygen within our body. Let's try an 8 count in and an 8 count out. See if you can learn, just practice that for a minute. Practice breathing in for an 8 count. And then out for an 8 count. Breathe in for an 8 count. And out for an 8 count. There's 2 minutes. So all you're doing there is just balancing your inflow and outflow of energy. That's just bringing yourself under control, taking back control of your moment. It's what you're thinking while you're breathing. It's like I'm juggling balls. I've got my intention ball. I've got my imagination ball. I've got my breath. It's the 3 of these balls I'm juggling together. I'm thinking about what I want. I want to create change. I want to step into my power. I want to love myself. And then the imagination is imagining that into your reality right now. It's like it's taking the thought and then imagining that I am that power, that I have that power. Imagine yourself being that person of control in your life, that you could fill yourself with love. Imagine yourself being filled with the love from the back of the universe, and you're in charge of it. Imagine yourself feeling, being the love of our universe. Imagine that into your reality. Imagine your energy rising up with each breath in. Imagine your loving force, white light energy, rising up every single breath that you take in. Imagine it coming up and filling the oxygen you hold inside of your body with high frequency love before it goes out into your world. Imagine lifting up your energy into your heart, holding it inside your heart, incubating your energy inside your heart, rising up your frequency, and then putting it out into your world. Each time you breathe in, I want you to pause and hold for an 8 count. Each time you breathe out, I want you to release for an 8 count. Then I want you to pause for an 8 count. I want you to breathe in for an 8 count. I want you to hold for an 8 count. I want you to breathe out for an 8 count. I want you to pause for an 8 count. Each breath in, I want you to breathe up and lift up your energy with your breath. And hold it inside. And then slowly release it. And pause. Breathe in. And hold. out. And hold. There's our fifth breath, our balanced breath with a pause and a hold. Our sixth breath, a balancing breath with a pause and a hold that also adds the intention and the imagination. So I want you to think about your sleep tonight being awesome. How would that make you feel? I want you to think about your morning tomorrow, how you're going to wake up and how you're going to feel energized and healthy and well. I want you to think about your day tomorrow and think about having a super awesome, powerful day. I want you to have your best day ever tomorrow. Let's bring intention. Let's bring imagination. Let's bring feeling. Let's bring breath all together for 2 minutes. Pause and hold. This is our sixth breath. It's intention, it's imagination, it's breath, it's balancing, and it's holding our breath and intending our power and love into our life. We're going to practice this for 2 minutes. Breath number 6. Intention, imagination, balancing breath, and holding our breath at the beginning of our breath and at the end of our breath. We'll hold for a pause of 8. We'll practice that together collectively for the next 2 minutes. With each breath in, you're drawing up all your loving light energy. With each hold, you're incubating your energy in your heart chakra. You're rising up your energy, you're lifting it up. And with each exhale, you're allowing your energy to freely flow through your body and life. You're coming into the natural flow of energy that is here and available to you and to every single one of us. Breathe in and breathe up your energy. Hold it and incubate your energy. And will your energy out into your world lovingly. And pause. Excellent. And our final breath that I want to teach tonight is what I call a self-love breath. Self-love breath is just that, thinking about loving myself, imagining loving myself, affirming it, affirming the things that are necessary for me to love myself, my worth, my value, my power. I am enough. These are affirmations, powerful, seizing words and phrases that bring me into my center. Let's practice for 2 minutes, breathing in, and I'm going to add some affirmations to make this more powerful and transformative for us. Balancing breath and pause and hold, and we're going to affirm some power into this moment. Hold for 8. Release. And pause. Breathe in. Hold. Release. Pause. I am the power in my life. I am in charge of my life. I am the creator of my life. I love my life. I love my partner, my children, my wife, my husband. I love myself. I love me. I love you. I love you. I love you. Just rise up in the morning and remind yourself of the power and love that you have inside. Think about it. Speak about it. Imagine it. Breathe it. It's the first action. This is how you begin your day. Coming into the right energy. Bookend your day with the right energy. And to finish off today, I want to do a very short and abbreviated guided meditation, just so you can have an awareness of this. My final teaching for tonight, the guided meditation. I'm going to turn off my timer, and I'm going to have you guys find a comfortable space with your feet flat on the floor, wherever you're comfortable, that you can take a nice full breath, that you can sit still for a moment. Just going to watch your breaths there again one more time. I'm just going to pay attention. Close your eyes, and I'm going to just guide you a little bit here. Just watching your inflow and outflow. Just watching your in and out breath. Just coming into the loving power and energy that is here, that is in every single moment and available to every single one of us. Stepping into the power that each one of us has. So we're just going to collect our energy right now in a way that you could very simply collect your energy tomorrow morning. You could do a couple of these breaths in the morning, and you could do a simple meditation that goes like this. It begins first with inviting all of the energy that's within me to come up and come to me. So it's as if you're speaking to yourself as if you're your own best friend. So you're speaking to the little child within you. You're speaking to the broken part of you. You're speaking to the sorrow, the pain, the frustration, the embarrassment, the jealousy, all the hidden stuff, the bad stuff. You want to incorporate this now. You want to invite all of you to come up. There's no good part and bad part. I want all of you to come up. I don't want to leave a part of me out. I want to love and embrace all of me. I want to forgive myself fully. Let's breathe up and breathe every single bit of us up and invite every single bit of us to come up and come up into our life. Invite all of your life to return back into your life. Invite all of you to come back. You're lifting your energy up from your lower chakras, from your lower energy center. You're lifting that energy up into the higher energy centers, your heart chakra, your throat chakra, your third eye, out the top of your head. Breathing your energy up, rising up, incubating your energy, breathing it up, and allowing it to move through. Rising up your energy, filling yourself with love. Imagining the love of our universe coming into your heart, filling your chest with love. Every corner of your body and your life, filling up with this white light love of the universe. See your light energy, your light body growing and expanding and filling with the white light of our universe, washing you, cleansing you, rising you, healing, fixing anything that you want to change in your life. Imagine your energy filling with white, loving light. That's your imagination. It's boundless. It's infinite. It can heal and change anything that you want to. Use that energy. And then after you've filled yourself up for a minute or 2 or 5 minutes or 10 minutes, filling yourself with your imagination of love. Once you've filled your cup with love, take some time now to think about the person that is most important to you, the person that you've been gifted to share life with. Now, don't think of that person maybe as what's been going on or what's happened. Just, it doesn't even matter who the person is. It could be your brother, your sister, your mother, your father, your mother. just whoever you interact with most. Just this is the person that you've been gifted to share life with. It's your counterpart. It's your reflection. What you think about this person really affects your life because what you give is what you're getting. You can't fake it. Send love to this person now. Rise up your love, and with your breath, breathe it up. And with your exhale, allow your energy and your love to surround the person that's most important to you. The people that you love the most. Send your love to the people you love the most. Now, send your love to the people that need it the most. Think of somebody that's in need, some group of people, a culture, a race, or just a person that's in a wheelchair or sick. Think of somebody needy, poor, hungry, homeless. Think of some people or a group of people right now that need your love that you have. Send them your love. And then think of somebody that you're jealous of, or you hate, or you're angry with, or someone that did something wrong to you, or someone that has more than you. Send them forgiveness and love right now. Intend it and imagine it. Forgive everyone. Forgive yourself. Think of the things that you're most grateful for. Sending your energy out into the world, sharing your white loving energy with your entire world, forgiving everyone in your world, forgiving yourself, and showering yourself with your white loving energy. Whenever you're ready, you can wiggle your fingers and toes, and you can come out of that meditation, and you can close out our evening
We've done 7 breaths. We've done a guided meditation. We've done a little bit of introduction to the power of intention, imagination, and breath. All the Trinity. Magic. It's changing. The only natural good power.
My brother, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's just take a moment here, family, to be in a spacious, quiet, joyous energy. Come into the vibration of being here with each other, being connected to yourself with the wonderful guidance of John Depass. I know that I've personally reclaimed a sense of connection with one, with love, with breath. So first I want to personally thank you, John. Bryan to John, I had a wonderful time. It was a highly beneficial experience for me. I can say with certainty that I'm coming out of this last hour and a half feeling more energized, more grounded, more stable than where I was at prior. But then, of course, I also want to thank you on behalf of the Ascend Academy, all the members, and our collective, our tribe, our community, for being such a great facilitator of that session, and for being, once again, I say, a leader in our community. This is, I'm not sure if from those of you that are here, if how much you've been seeing the emails that we've been putting out, or even if you've been receiving them at all. But one thing I had mentioned is that this actually marks a exciting new beginning, a new chapter for our academy, and that this is a free event that we hosted, facilitated by someone in the community that wasn't me. Up until now, I've been hosting all the events myself, leading them. But moving forward, one of the things that we want to be a lot more involved with is giving people the opportunity to share their gifts and to speak their truth and to shine their light. And of course, those of us that are on the other end of that are also going to benefit from that. So as you know, this is an us thing. It'll always be an us thing, and we're in this together. So to be a part of something that's growing into a co-creation and feeling more and more like a co-creation, opposed to me being the guy running the show, which is something I've wanted to evolve from for some time. It's an absolute blessing to see this become something of its own. And I say again, it's a co-creation. It's an us thing, and together it is that we ascend. So I feel like I'll say it over and over, and I'll probably never grow tired of expressing my gratitude for John, but those of you that came and were a part of this this energy that we're in, know that your presence, your energy plays a huge part in what we're becoming, what we're being, and the experience that we're in here together collectively. Another thing I always like to bring this back to is the fact that when we come into a space of unity like this, and connection, it inherently invokes a shift in the collective as well. These sort of events, these sort of gatherings and coming togethers is invoking a shift on a larger scale, and you being here as someone that is continuing to evolve into a greater expression of who and what you are, and continuing to grow more conscious of what you are, you're fueling our ascension. You're fueling the expansion of consciousness. So I want you to know that you are deeply, deeply appreciated and supported for all that you're being, all that you're becoming. I think a lot of us don't give ourselves nearly enough credit for the role that we are playing. So I encourage you to let go of any judgment of not enoughness and feeling like in any way you aren't doing enough, because trust me when I say you are doing so much more than you can possibly even imagine, and you'll continue to grow, you'll continue to ascend. So I'll say it one more time. Thank you. I love you all. This was once again a incredible experience for me, just personally. Actually, before we go, I know this wasn't too much of an interactive event and that no one else really jumped in the conversation, but I do invite any of you that are still with us to say anything, express anything. If there is anything that you want to share, I'll just give it a couple of minutes here in case anyone wants to jump in and say anything.
Yes, I had a ton of content to put out tonight, so I did try to put it all out, but I would love to hear anything back from the audience.
I see you're off.
Yeah.
Please, let's hear that lovely voice.
I'm grabbing the mic. I had a question about using a breathing technique specifically for an issue of insomnia. So it's not my personal issue, but someone in my life is dealing with insomnia, and I've tried hypnosis. I'm a shaman. I've done all I know how to do. And is there a breathwork application that's specifically geared for inducing sleep that lasts for the duration of what's needed? Anything like that?
Person that's having the trouble sleep, is it your lover?
Well, we haven't met yet, so that's to be determined. He was supposed to arrive tomorrow, so when you talked about may tomorrow be wonderful, I said, well, except for that whole canceled plane ticket thing, it should be great. But yeah, the reason why he's not coming is because he's had a stress out the wazoo, restless leg syndrome, migraines. He's just not himself. He would come here and sleep.
When there's all sorts of things going on like that, I've got to consider the nutrition.
Yeah, he's pretty clean.
Is he?
Yeah, he's under some pretty serious stress right now, working for a client who has all the best words. And he's the greatest CEO, and he knows all the right things. He's a megalomaniac narcissist, and it's insane. So the stress of trying to do a job that can't be done in a toxic environment that he feels committed to finishing it's landed him in the hospital twice with blood sugar through the roof, and he's not even diabetic. So I was thinking, is there a particular, I'm not watching him eat.
I don't believe there's a magical breath work
right.
That's going to be the solution. No, I don't.
Come on. Yeah.
And I don't think that there's a one answer for everyone either. So
right.
Everyone has to kind of experiment with them and see what they like, what they take to.
Sure. I've
Yeah.
tried the 4 in, hold for 7, 8 out in a series of 4, which can reduce anxiety.
Many
But
different ways, right? So many
yeah,
different ways
right.
of doing breath work. Pranayama is thousands of years old. There's so many different ones and different kinds. You
Yeah.
know, I just have just selected the ones that I've just created the ones that fit for me. I'm sure I'll do other ones and teach other ones on other days, but
Right. Okay, thank you. Appreciate it. If you come up with a magic solution that fixes all things everywhere, please pass it on.
Yeah. One thing I'll just jump in with there is that, of course, it's pretty clear that you're aware, and he might be aware too, that it's the stress that is causing for the symptoms that are arising, right? So, you know, that then stress relief and addressing the root of the issue there is what's key. Now, a tool like breathwork can certainly support one in doing so. I mean, there's definitely more to be said about what would go into addressing the root. But let's say we are going to utilize a tool like breathwork. I think John kind of touched on this. It's I would encourage it to be an intuitive thing. I definitely think if we're looking to bring ourselves into or relieve the anxiety, being in that energy and feeling of relief, of relaxation, and then letting the breath that unfolds naturally, that happens in tandem with feeling into that. That's what I feel like is best, right? So if other side of the spectrum, if we're trying to feel energized, we'll bring energy into the body, and what sort of breath feels like? What sort of breath feels supportive of that? How do you need to breathe in order to feel energized? Same idea, right? What sort of breath feels natural in the coming into ease, coming into relaxation? You know.
I figure he should leave Las Vegas because who can be happy there? And if he just came here, I could help him sleep. But you know, hey, all things in good
where are
time.
you?
I'm in Oregon, not far from Salem. I'm in a little town called Dallas, not far from Salem. I've lived all over the planet. I'm an Army brat, so this is where I'm landed currently.
Oh, nice. Well, okay. So as great as it would be to be able to fit in a little bit more of a discussion here, again, it's still open floor. Let me take a pause here and say, if I think Terry and Simon are still around, if either of you just have anything to say, no pressure. Just gonna give you a quick second. But yeah. Anyways, if okay, I see Terry's jumped off. Mute her.
I just wanted to express my thanks and gratitude for the gathering tonight and for the experience. I feel very much at peace, and I feel connected and grounded, and I'm grateful for the opportunity, and I acknowledge the divinity and the light in each of you tonight. With that, I'm out.
Beautiful.
Thank you, brother.
We see you, brother. And again, thank you for your energy, your presence. All right, so I do personally have to close the chat in the room here. Though I will leave off with one thing on the note of discussion and further connection. Actually, this Sunday we're having another Ascenders Convergence that I've opened up. This is a gathering and more of a meditation, typically that we do weekly. Weekly, we've been doing in the Ascend Academy for activated memberships, so those that are involved through the investment. But every so often, we used to have what we were calling a Ascenders Open Convergence, where we open things up to anyone that wanted to come. And those ones used to be something super special. We've had times where there was like 25, 30 people in the room at a time. So when we've opened things up, it's brought through a greater presence, a greater power, and not just meditation, but the gifts and the insights and the discussion that has unfolded in some of these events. All I can really say, and you can only really know this for yourself if you've been there, is the sense of connection and upliftment that we get to experience at these convergences is incredible. And there's not much words to put to the sense of unity and joy that I'll just say personally I get to experience, and I felt at these convergences. So I am speaking a little quickly because running out of time, but I did want to put the invitation out there that this Sunday, again, we are having one of those open convergences, and there actually might be a chance that I keep this open. I'm starting to feel into the call that this is something that I should keep open to guests on a weekly basis. So there's a chance that what's happening this Sunday is going to keep happening, open to all who want to be a part of a group meditation that I believe is going to support you as an individual, but then on the on perhaps even more, I won't even say more important because they're both one of the same thing. But on another side of things is that when we come together and we connect in the way we do, I'll say it again, we feel the shift in vibration, and we do that together. So this Sunday, the Senders Convergence is happening at 11 a.m. I'll be sure to send out an email to all of you that are registered for details on that and how you can register. But like I said, we do have to close things off. So much love to all of you that are here with us. If you're listening to the replay to this as well, we feel you too. Thanks again, everyone. Thanks again, John. That's going to be all for today. Till next time, Senders. Keep ascending.
Oh.